Welcome to 40 Years of Hip Hop, where we review 1,000 songs over the span of 40 years from 1979 to 2019. So, what you got for us, Ron?
All right, party people. So today I have a classic for you guys. Run-DMC with the song Christmas in Hollis from the album A Very Special Christmas from 1987. So my man, what do you think about my pick?
Before we dive into this review, this month we're giving away a limited edition Funko Pop Notorious B.I.G. figurine. All you have to do is subscribe, like, or leave a comment to have a chance to win. But just subscribe basically. Also, check out our premium apparel store that we have. A few t-shirts there with original artwork coming and more coming on our way. And it's all drawn by Mr. Ron, the premium artist designer. And you like cool artwork, but then check out our 40 Years of Hip Hop display. These are metallic posters that we just started. And like the teas, more are coming on the way. Our first official collabo is with the 1804 brand. It's 1804 The Movement. And we're rocking their caps and beanies. And we have a few to draw for all to the people that subscribes to our posts. Okay, thank you. It's a good pick. The best Christmas hip hop song that ever existed, and I don't think it will ever be topped out. So let's hit it for your review.
All right, guys. Originality. Was this song original? If so, how was it original, party people? So I will tell you, this is definitely one of the most successful holiday albums ever. Okay, it was actually a benefit for Special Olympics, and Run-DMC were approached to do a Christmas song. They did not want to do it. Okay, they did not. Because if you look throughout history, a lot of people think that Run-DMC was the first rap group that did a Christmas song. You gotta do your research right. The first one was Christmas Rapping by Curtis Blow in 1979. Later on in 1982, an obscure group called the Coal Crew came out with Rapping Christmas. And we also have Santa Rap that was in Beat Street by the Treacherous 3 in 1984. Like I was saying, the guys didn't want to do it at first. You know, they didn't want to seem corny because I find and I agree with them. It's very easy to do a corny Christmas song or a love song. They did not want to do it. It's their publicist, Bill Adler, who advised them to do it. And courtesy of Discogs, of course, I give it a 3.75. Back to you, my man G. What you got to say about Originality?
Originality, the video in itself was pretty entertaining and fun. That was like, it went on par with the song. Sometimes you need a video to elevate the song to another, so you could appreciate more. And it did this actually pretty well. And Christmas song, a difficult subject to approach, you know. In rap has been always, it's like dance music compared to other music like rock, pop, R&B. They could talk about anything, but
it's true.
This, it's a subject that's pretty complicated, you know. It's like love songs, love rap songs. You don't have many of them. You like El Cool J, I Need Love, Mahogany by Rakim. And it's pretty rare, and you know, Mos Def did some love song, Common Sense, but it's not a genre that's populated. You know? So Christmas song is worse, you know. It's really, it's really something to try out, and it's risky in hip hop music. So, and did you know, for a fun fact, while doing my research, I found out that DMC was adopted, and it was his adoptive mom in the video that we saw.
Wow.
I was like, oh, I didn't know that fact. It's like 30 years later I found out. So
I did not
and
know this.
So Ron said most whites original, and I agree, but. Me, I went with a fiveritis. I give it a 5. It's Christmas, people. I give it a 5 for originality.
You know what? I'll give it to you as a Christmas gift. I won't complain. I'll give it to you as a Christmas gift.
So what you got for delivery, lyrics, and flow? What you got, my man?
So, delivery, which consists of lyrics and flow. Guys. So I'm gonna start by saying that I was always more of a Run fan than a DMC fan. I always thought that Run was hyper, he had more presence. However, for this song, I have to say that DMC's verse touched me the most. It's Christmas time in Hollis, Queens. Mom's cooking chicken and collard greens, rice and stuffing, macaroni and cheese, and set and put gifts under the Christmas trees. Nice. So it just touched me, okay? And it reminded me of when I was young, and my mom's cooking, rice, chicken, for the whole family. We're waiting for the cousin and uncles to come home. And I felt that was a very human rhyme. And for these reasons, I give it a 3.5. Of course, I still say it's a little outdated. Even though it's a classic, it's a little outdated. I think that 3.5 is a fair score. What you got to say about that, my man?
Run-DMC at his best. Short, sweet, the chemistry they had between them and the way they incorporated the Christmas seasons into the lyrics was so ill. Jack's Frost chilling. Yo, what more can I say? Simply, they are the kings of making enjoyable songs, hip hop songs that are fun to listen. And the quotable Ron said was so fun, and DMC had it. And I disagree with the fact that he says Ron was the better MC, because at first that's what I thought too, because he's more charismatic, louder, and everything, like my man Mr. Ron, and I'm more of a laid-back person like DMC, and DMC had kicked it in at the right time, give you the perfect flow, the rhymes, the counter rhymes and everything, and with the time I came to appreciate DMC's rhymes better, so thanks courtesy of genius.com for the quotables that Ron just mentioned. So me, I went with Ron with a 3.5 too.
Production and beat. All right. So, produced by Run-DMC and Rick Rubin. Okay. There was also another guy, Steve Et, which I don't know much about. 4 samples deep. Okay. However, the one that makes the song was Backdoor Santa by Clarence Carter. It's that horn. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. And that's crack. Ooh. I listen to the beat. I always, whenever I'm reviewing a song, I always like to listen to the instrumental to get a feel. And there's definitely a Run-DMC, a Rick Rubin signature on that song. Definitely. It aged somewhat well. Okay, somewhat well. But it wasn't anything mind-blowing. Meaning, the instrumental was not groundbreaking, and it doesn't have to be. Not every song has to be groundbreaking, and no, it was a good beat, and that's it. Sampled 6 times, so it does have its own clout. Of course, courtesy of who sampled, I give it a 3.75. Back to you, G-Man.
Yes, the beat was alright, nothing prestigious nor complicated. They nicely incorporated 4 Xmas sample to create a real hip hop beat, that is enjoyable and memorable. And Ron mentioned one. The sample that I would like to mention is Jingle Bell, One Horse Open Slate. by James Pierpont. That was a sample from 1857. That's like, after 100 years, the samples are free. In publishing. So that's why they went.
But wasn't it on some like Bible stuff?
I don't know. That's
or
a good
religious
question.
Yeah.
But that's what made the beat, too. And I love the scratches by JMG. Rest in peace, my man Jam Master J. And like Ron said, Ruben and Run-DMC, you recognize their sound. But Steve Ed, the engineer that collaborated with this guy collaborated with Rick Rubin on most of the early Def Jam records, and his most notable works were on LL Cool J's first album, I Can't Live Without My Radio.
What?
So for the beat, to me, it was okay. A season's greeting beat. You play it just at Christmas. Now the rest of the year you won't listen to it. So I went with a 3. That's it.
Oh, okay. All right, guys. Soon,
Okay.
Relevance. Is this song still relevant? Did this song stand the test of time? If so, how? We're party people. I believe that this song is just a classic. In the likes of Nat King Cole and Louis Armstrong. Just one of those classic Christmas songs. The song was used in 5 movies from 1987 to 2019, the most popular ones being Die Hard from 1998 and The Night Before, Seth Rogen's Night Before in 2015. So I also checked with our NYC correspondent, how did he feel about that song? He answered, it's a classic. The song was on both Billboard's and Complex Top 25 Best Hip Hop Songs of All Times. And for these reasons, just like the Loonies, I got 5 on it. It's a 5.
Ron's got the fiveritis,
No, I don't.
Got the fever. So for relevance, longevity, to me, yes, it definitely stood out the test of time. Every Christmas, I gotta play that song in a loop. It's one of my holidays' best hits. And as a hip hop purist, I got a softer side. Mid-November to mid-January, I'm in Christmas mode. My mom, may she rest in peace.
That's hilarious.
She used to love Christmas, and
Indeed.
it was Christmas music all the time in French, Spanish, Feliz Navidad, my peeps, and we had Christmas songs all the time, even classical music style,
Oh,
and
nice.
So because of that, it had to make my list, my 1,000 list. A Christmas song, a rap Christmas song. And like Ron said, in many movies, also Less Than Zero in 87, it made the cut in the movie.
Nice.
The Grinch in 2018, Holiday Rush in 2019, and also TV shows. That song's been on The Office, Everybody Hates Chris, my man Chris Rock, Chuck, the show Chuck, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Lip Sync Battle, Orange is the New Black even had that song played, even in jail they had to play that song, Hindsight and The Simpsons and How to Be Single too. So many TV shows had to play that song, and the story of the making of the song, you could catch that in the documentary by Mitchell Kensins, called Jingle Bell Rocks in 2013, and you got Ron and Bill Adler talking about the song, how they came out to make the song and everything, That's a good thing to watch.
Cool.
And the song also was used on a retailer in UK called Argos for their Christmas campaign in 2014. And also Nissan, the car manufacturer, in 2015 and 2018 used them in their ads. The song, a rap Christmas song by Run-DMC. Wow, man. And
why not?
On the show The Talk, in their holiday season special in 2019, Eve, my girl, Rough Rider for Life, Eve performed the song Christmas in Hollis, and she had the co-host Carrie Ann Inaba performed breakdancing while she was rapping. And Cheryl Underwood, she paid homage to Jimmy Master Jay as playing Eve's DJ during the performance, you know. And that song was even covered in a heavy metal rock pop song by the AKAs in 2003. I've listened to it. It's weird, but it's been covered, you know.
It rocks. It rocks, but it's cool. It's
different.
Cool.
It's different. You know, you gotta be open-minded. You gotta be open-minded. And you know, a fun fact: Christmas in Hollis went on to win Best Video Award by the Rolling Stone in '87. And imagine which video they beat. Bad by Michael Jackson, directed by Martin Scorsese. I'm like,
what?
I was shocked. I don't know how they won, but they won. You know. So for that reason, I had to go with a 5.
Well deserved. Well deserved. It's Christmas. It's Christmas time. All right, party people.
Impact. Powerful impact.
Boom from the cannon. All right, guys. Was this song impactful? If so, how? Well, let me tell you guys, this is the most influential Christmas hip-hop song ever. Bars none. Nothing could match it, okay? Nothing could match it yet, okay? The song did not chart when it came out. However, the album went quadruple platinum, okay? That is insane. Quadruple platinum. Wow, from a Christmas album? Anyhow, also, for the sneakerheads out there, I know I'm one, Adidas released in 2013 a pair of Christmas in Hollis edition of their classic Adidas Superstar model. I wish I could have a pair because they look good. You could check. You gotta check them out because you know what? We'll put the picture edit. Of course, you gotta check them out. All right, guys. And for these reasons, my total for impact is 4.75. A very impactful song. However, I think it's more of a song that has longevity. It's a classic. It was impactful indeed, but I definitely think that it's more of a classic that we will hear forever. What you gotta say about that, G-Man?
Ron's right. You know, for longevity, this is the kind of song that will last forever and never, you know? And it also has impact made rappers want to make holiday songs, you know? Everybody loves the season's greeting. You know, you got Ghostface that did a season's greeting song. You had Jim Jones from Dipset. You even have Snoop, but it was kind of a horror Christmas song, you know? And you gotta check the performance. The flyest one beside Christmas in Hollis was RZA at a talk show. He was singing Deck the Halls. And that was so amazing, you know? It's Deck the Halls with Jingle Bells, something like that. But it was cool, you know. We'll put the link for you so you'll see that. And also, the other impact is that on a very popular compilation, like A Very Special Christmas, that you know that album was the 19th best-selling Christmas album of all time.
Wow.
And it brought rap to a certain level to a new audience that would never listen to rap. You know, and
that's
it brought
so
Run-DMC to the world. And thanks to Bill Adler for this, you know. And it's the first rap artist also to be on a compilation album with A-list people in the music industry. You had on the compilation Whitney Houston, Sting, Bruce Springsteen, Madonna, you know, and that's like amazing, you know. And it paved the way to artists in hip-hop to be considered as A-list artists. So that's a big, impactful thing to do. And the song became so impactful on the holiday mass. It's you need to play that song, or you need to have heard it. It's like me, I make it every Christmas. I play that song, and people are like, "Oh, this is rap." I'm like, "Yeah, it's a Christmas in Hollis," you know. And you know, for a fun fact, it's only 13 years later in 2000 that it went up the chart. That song charted 13 years after it was released. It went on number 78 on the Billboard Hot Rap charts. I'm like, wow, man, that's prestigious. And for impact, I went with a 4.25.
All right, guys, and now for the grand total. I came up with a classy 20.75 on 25 for a 83%.
You see, that's weird. We didn't have the same scoring everywhere, and I came out with a 20.75 on 25 too for 83%.
Because Will G's back then.
It must be the Christmas magic. We got the skin score.
That's right. Or because we're just true, pure hip hop heads. You know, that's what's up.
True that. So everybody, thanks. I wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Even
that's right, party people.
Yeah, I know it's COVID.
Stay
it's
safe.
Complicated. Stay safe. Merry Christmas.
Spend your time with your family. Merry Christmas, and we out.
Thank you for watching. Remember, this month we're giving away a limited edition Funko Pop Notorious B.I.G. figurine. All you have to do is subscribe to have a chance to win. Also check out our premium apparel store. We have original t-shirts and more coming on the way. You like cool artwork? Then check out 40 Years of Hip Hop displayed metallic posters. And our first official collab with 1804 The Movement. That's why we rocking the fresh caps and beanies. You can find all these links in the description below. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Peace, and we out.